And do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, so taken seconded.
My name's on official document.
Yeah, there you
How I feel about that.
Still with an eye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Riphagen.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Oh, Silva.
Aye. Okay.
What's your question?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, we've got here instructional support levy.
Yep.
And instructional support program.
One and the same.
So is this a levy rate that we're paying?
It's a levy rate that we've had for forever.
And what is that levy rate?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna say 38 cents, but I'll give you an exact number here. Just give me 1 second.
Is it all property tax?
So there's two ways we can go about it. We can board approve it, or we can do go through an election process. And the rate doesn't go up or down. It's not like voted PEPL or anything like that. Our instructional support levy it's going to be 38 cents. It was 42 cents last year. It'll be 38 cents this year.
Thank you.
Yep. Ebbs and flows. The highest it's ever been since 2017 was 55 cents. And the lowest it's ever been was just in that kind of 6 or 7 year window sort of is 2021 at 19 cents per thousand.
Okay.
And that was to continue it for 5 years.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But the rate fluctuates.
It does. It
Agreed.
kind of goes up and down. Yeah. And that's a non-controllable thing that gets set for us by the Department of Management. So there's nothing we can do to raise or lower that.
Thank you for questions. Okay, then we're gonna move on to our reports and correspondence. So we'll be looking for superintendent's report.
Yeah, we're not going to do any recognition because school's out for the summer. So I'll let Michelle talk about from a board committee standpoint if she wants to. Yesterday, just a little bit of an update on the Linduska field bathrooms is going to kind of go into this more of a capital improvement project plan. So there may not be I'll skip the superlative. So we're not going to do anything with the bathrooms at this point. We're going to make it part of a larger project with Linduska as we're looking at possibly doing some entry gates and ticketed booths and more of a kind of a nicer entrance into there rather than just continually doing all these one-off projects. And so instead of having a bunch of mediocre stuff, we can get all, have it all be, kind of nice and have a nice solid entrance as we're coming into Linduska there. So I'll kind of won't say a whole lot more than that, but we're gonna push pause on the bathrooms and make a plan out of a larger project there as we go with from a capital improvement standpoint. Would have principals share about their school improvement plans, but I'm not going to, so I'm not putting you on the spot. We are having an issue with our data software that we use. We use 5-star, and we're having an issue. It was on their end, thankfully, having an issue with our map data talking to 5-star to be able to get us the nice reports and data that we want to be able to get at our fingertips. They resolved that, thankfully. So, but the principals are going to be done here soon, thankfully, so they can go enjoy a little bit of their summer. And then we'll do some board reports from them probably in August. So give them some time to get out of here for a little bit. So.
Okay. So board committee reports. Tim, did you have any?
No.
Cindy? Connie?
Policies we met last week.
The ones we're reviewing today? Yes. Michelle, do you want to go ahead and any other info on
Yep,
that?
so I'm on Bell Tower and on the facilities, and just quick on Bell Tower. We had just a little fewer attendance in the visitors up the Bell Tower last year. Last year we were at 1017, this year we were at 984. But still a pretty good turnout. And then the other committee I'm on is the facilities report, and as Mr. Evans was referring to, we had a meeting with, let me see,
It's fine, the
Okay,
DLR.
with the DLR group. And we just wanted to talk with them. We'd sent a survey out a couple of months ago. I think we talked about that to all of the staff and teachers and just like all of the employees of the school district to find out what were your top 3 fix-it wish list in your room, in your building, in the facilities as a whole. And we had really good response, but we need a way to move forward with that. So Brett reached out to DLR Group, and they're a company that will put together a plan for us that will help us evaluate and rank projects that we need to address. Some of them are more your maintenance. We need to paint, we need carpet, we need need new windows every 20 years. You need to redo your AC every 15 years, new carpet every 7 to 10. Just helping us get like a fix-it list, top to bottom, and something that can really be you could hand off to a newcomer or to a new board or whatever, so that I just felt like we'd gotten caught a couple of times with, oh, by the way, we need to spend $100,000 on something that I didn't feel like we as a board had a lot of warning about that. And then how do you say no? So at any rate, this company that we met with yesterday, I was really impressed with their presentation, and then they gave us a sample of what they've done for Boone County. And like they go like room by room and take pictures of each equipment with serial numbers, and it's just a super organized packet. And they can help us just get our hands around annual maintenance, not just annual, but like let's say decennial maintenance expenses and expectations. Recognizing the prices they give us now are not going to be the same 10 years from now, but you'll have an idea if a doorknob is more expensive than new carpet, right? Yeah. And then in conjunction with that, coordinating several meetings with internal staff, and then also with JQ Public, so that we can have everybody that's interested, voice what they'd like to see, and then also help in evaluating how do we rank, what do we do first. Always we want stuff for kids, but we have in the classroom, but we also need buses to get them to the classroom. So helping get all of that in line. So very good meeting. I think we're gonna have them present next month.
Yep. See if that's kind of a company that we want to move forward with, and have them, they'll talk more in depth. That was the 30,000 foot or the 10-cent tour of what they do, but they'll get more in depth into exactly what they offer and kind of timeline it out there and move forward from there. So.
And then visit each facility, not just schools, but all of bus barns, all that stuff, and really help us get together a cohesive plan moving forward. So.
On that survey to staff, faculty, everybody, were there 1 or 2 things that, 90% of the people said, or
I
was
saw
it
temperature
not?
control a lot,
Temperature control was a
Okay.
lot.
hot and cold.
A lot in various rooms.
Okay.
By room.
By
Okay.
classroom furniture updating.
Okay, that's all pretty common.
There's some facility things that were kind of predominantly from some coaches about practice facilities and of course the softball field.
Yeah.
Perked up and a couple that.
Okay, interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
And the wonderful thing was we had like a third of the respondents said they'd be interested in.
With 75 total
Participating.
responses, and then 24 said they would like to participate in a
Nice.
committee.
Help evaluate. Yeah. Sorry, it was yesterday, so I really remember it. Yeah, but also I was really excited about what they showed that they can do. Yeah.
Good. You can say whatever you want to, Corey. Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. I had no parts. Any questions on the administrative board reports?
Yeah.
I mean, you did.
Not question, well, somewhat.
Yeah.
In general, and I think kind of talked to Audrey a little bit about this, but we are goals. Sometimes I think our goals are so high, and not that we shouldn't have high goals and that this is what we really expect, but it'd be nice to see some of the incremental data of like, okay, we did this. So like, a lot of them we did not meet. And which is okay. It's not that we failed, but what are we doing well? So it'd be nice to hear like what pieces you guys think, hey, we did this well, or we are progressing with how we're teaching this, and now we still think we have room for improvement, obviously, but that's kind of my 2 cents, because it was kind of, most all buildings did hit something, so.
Are you talking more about the map data type stuff? Or
Yes,
the
'cause they
attendance
all-
data, some of that stuff, right?
Their school
Yeah.
improvement plan goals.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's realistic sometimes on some of the goals or it would just be nice to see, like, even from last time, hey, we are getting there. We did improve on these things or so forth, because when I just look at this, I'm like, oh, that wasn't good. But I know that's not the picture. That's what I'm saying.
And is that what you were talking about when the reports get available too? Some of that they can
Yeah,
share
they'll
more?
be able to go more in depth, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I will say that the numbers that are on there are before we realized that the map data wasn't pulling correctly. So what you have in front of you is the final, because we just got that pivot thing fixed and it wasn't in like, so that, what you'll be hearing from either July or August or whenever we do it will be more accurate than what you're looking at right now. Because that data pull was a big part of our reporting to you, and we just kind of got that figured out.
Sure. Nope,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
So hopefully it'll be better.
that's the whole technology is really, really awesome until it's not.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, it just said for the high school, you had said something about, the boost grants doubled. Did teachers just ask for more? Or did they get more money, or what was that meant?
When we met with Tracy Deal of an admin team, she shared that there was much fewer applications at the high school level. So I went and told my staff that. I'm like, you guys, you're not getting our fair share. We got to apply for stuff. Think about projects. Think about things that would be nice to have, be able to offer to our students. And so I think just an extra verbal push to say the other buildings are getting a lot more than us because they're applying.
They ask.
They ask, and the money is there. So let's try to drum up some more. So they did a really good job filling out more applications for that and thinking of things that their high school students could benefit from. That makes sense.
And then, I don't see Dave here, no.
He'd be at the baseball and softball games.
My other question, more for him, he talked about sports registration will now be through Bound. I don't know if you have an answer to this or
I
not.
was gonna ask about that too.
One, how are we communicating that to parents? I still think we need to do a little bit better job on communicating, because my son when he signed up for track, he's like, oh, I signed up in the cafeteria. I'm like, oh, okay. How do I know about, like, how do parents know about this stuff? So I think that would be a good thing to make sure we're communicating well. And I'm done with mine.
Anybody else have anything they needed to mention or wanted to?
Well, I would just say that Tim and I met with Dave and Brett yesterday, Monday, whatever, and looked at the softball and baseball fields, and I was surprised Dave didn't put it in this, but that he is getting bids for new batting cages for the girls, the softball. And they're in need, and so I think that's good to know. And the scoreboard.
In all fairness, these are due. I make them do the Friday before.
What's that?
I make these reports due the
Friday before.
so
So they wouldn't have.
So you have
Okay.
even newer information.
Oh, whatever, yeah.
The latest.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what was it? Oh, the scoreboard. Does everyone know the scoreboard? It's probably not going to be until
Probably not.
after the season.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Thank you for including the newsletters.
Yes,
That was-
that's
I
great.
like reading those.
Great. Laura, any other reports for correspondence, anything like that? Okay, then we're gonna move on to new business, school driving permits. Okay. I think there are 3, there's 4 and they're all there.
Okay, so what I would like to do, we're just gonna go down the list here that you see up on the board. We'll start with Faith. Just please stand up, introduce yourself. Tell us how far away you live from school, and why you would like to have a school permit.
Hi, I'm Faith Hymas. I live like 2 blocks away from the elementary and then like 4 more from here. I came to get my school permit because my parents sometimes can't make it to the pickups after school basketball or any other practices, and softball practice, they barely have any time to take me on time.
All right. And you're a freshman and you live over a mile from the high school.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yes, when I say how far from school, I mean the high school. Sorry about that. Chloe.
Hello, I'm Chloe Buick. I live like 15 to 20 minutes away from the high school, and I would like my school permit because I'm in a lot of different activities, and it's hard for my parents to run me to those activities when we live so far away. And it'd be nice to be able to take myself so I can be on time and make sure I'm there.
All right, thank you. Eli?
Hi, I'm Eli Roy, and I live about 4 miles away from the high school, and I'm involved in FFA and band, and it'd be nice to be able to drive there and drive to school. My parents don't always have to take me.
Thank you. And Kinley?
Hi, I'm Kimmy Dezuris. I live 1.1 mile away from the school. And I think I need a school permit because I'm in many different activities in school sports. My mom works multiple 12-hour shifts. My dad has a kidney disease where he has to drive himself to Carroll 3 times a week. So he'd only be able to take me 2 times a week to school.
All right, thank you. Okay, so you should all have a form that you got from the DOT or from the courthouse. And we're just gonna go through, highlight a few things on here, but it is the responsibility of you and your parents to make sure you understand all of the rules. We're just gonna highlight a few of them here. So you are allowed, with this permit, you are allowed to drive from your house to school, from school to your house. If you need to stop and get fuel, that's allowable. If you have practice that is not at the high school, you can drive to that as well. With your parents' permission, can have more than one person, more than one non-family person in the car with you, so a friend. But you can't stop and pick your friend up. Your friend has to come to your house. They get in with you, and then off you go. You are allowed to drive between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. So that means if you have an activity that you don't get back on the bus until 10:30, then you need to find a different way home. The permit does not allow you to drive after 10 p.m. You can stop for fuel.
That's on the way.
Oh yeah, cell phones. Get everything, get all your music, playlist, get that all set up before you put the car in reverse or drive, okay? And then you don't need to touch it. You know where you're going. You don't need it for navigation. If mom and dad call you on the way there, you just leave it. I don't know, maybe you can do the hands-free, but didn't mess with that. But no need to pick up your phone. If you get pulled over, if you're speeding, window tint, failure to stop, any of those things, your school permit can be taken away, and then you're back to begging mom and dad, friends, family for rides. Other things, so we are granting this school permit. So other people, it's not just the police officers watching, it's us, it's people in the community. We get phone calls sometimes that so-and-so is driving like a crazy person on school permit, and we can take it away if you're not being responsible with it. And with that, I would make a motion to approve the 4 students on the list to receive their school permit.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and a second, please call the roll.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Davendeck.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
Okay, if you guys want to come on up, I'll sign your form and then you can stay for the rest of the meeting, or if you'd like to go, you sure can. Come on up, you're close.
Chloe, you made it back.
Personal shot there with the window tint.
Are you driving back today? Yeah.
Me?
It'll be worth it next week or whenever.
Well, that seems to be like a thing in this drive.
Always make sure you go to the courthouse to finish that.
Yeah, well, you'll have to get it switched on your permit.
It's okay.
Neither is you. Yeah,
It's legal in Nebraska. We're
long,
allowed.
long ago we had that, and we got pulled over.
We got, Allison got pulled over. I didn't even know the car had tint on it.
Alright. You're
I
okay.
heard that for
Gotta watch out for that little trip hazard there. Make sure your standards.
Isn't the table used to be on top of it?
Yeah, we should just slide it like 3 inches, not like just.
Sell so many.
I just wanted to make sure the chains off the table, just put on a portion of it, and then put it that way or put it that way.
Our camera's there.
I'll let you cover it. Thank you very much. All right, moving on to fundraiser requests. We just had 3 from Deb Alterman for cheer. Any questions on those?
And it says buy, or people buy a space on the form, is it they just are sponsoring?
Yeah, and actually what cheer has done lately is like they'll send a picture of dates 1 through 30 and they'll say, okay, if you take number 30, you're paying $30. If you're taking space 1, you pay $1.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
And they fill up their calendars. They,
Good deal.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the fundraiser request as presented.
I'll second that.
okay. Motion and second, please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Silva.
All right, extracurricular human additions.
Yeah, so these are two new positions. One of them is gonna be a split position with middle school student council. So middle school student council, we would have 2 positions here, sharing 4 units or 2 units each. A unit is $617 based on our Part B schedule. Middle school student council has been kind of running all year long. And they've run a number of different events at the middle school, like dance and some fundraisers, and have a pretty darn large buy-in with the students that are there. And I think it's a great segue before they continue that leadership as they head into middle school. So that's the one position. And the other one is the FCCLA advisor, would be held by Lisa Garnett. She's been serving in that really as a volunteer this year. But when you kind of start quantifying and maybe put a dollar amount to some of the hours that she puts in there, before and after school, taking kids to events, planning them being away, planning them being at different options there between the FCCLA and then also with her with FCS as well. She does that in conjunction with Julie Kennedy. So Julie Kennedy isn't as deeply involved as Lisa is, but and then also just kind of looking around at some of our HOIAC schools. 5 units is pretty common for what they have for an FCCLA advisor because they're really meeting with kids and doing a lot of work off contracts. So.
And these are things that they're doing like before,
It's
before and after school contract type
yeah.
hours.
On weekends too. I mean, there's contests and competitions and all sorts of things that they're into. So
The first one, part A, is hiring middle school student council position.
But we need a motion for to add it to the schedule.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Good now.
So you could make a motion to approve the 2 extracurricular payment schedule additions, which are the middle school student council positions and the FCCLA advisor. Whoever wants to do that, if you want.
Okay, I would move to add the middle school student council sponsor and the FCCLA sponsor positions to Part B schedule. And to a Part B schedule. Got it. I see it there.
I'll second that.
we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Dominic.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
Great. And moving on to carpet for the middle school auditorium.
No, we gotta hire the people now.
Oh, so we do need to do part, okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, so now we're going to the part A of that with the actual hiring of them. So if you look at that, the two for, let me go back to my,
I'll
Too many
move to
tabs.
approve, Kim Braun and something right,
Kristen.
Kristen Wright.
Kristen.
It went away too quickly.
Yeah, Mrs. Wright.
For the middle school counselor positions.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Davidic.
Aye.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. That's
No,
for,
that's
and now we're gonna go and look at a motion for hiring of the FCCLA advisor.
I will make a motion to hire Lisa Garnett for the FCCLA advisor position.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Davidic.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Now we're moving on
Now carpet.
carpet at middle school.
So this will be to do some additional carpet work at the elementary, doing several classrooms there and some hallway, and then also redoing the carpeting in the middle school auditorium. So it's been quite a while. So, and this would then just further accentuate what Michelle was talking about from a capital improvement project of, instead of this was the middle school auditorium, I will say, was an oh, by the way, do you think we should redo that? And I'm like, sure. So, but, and then same thing with the elementary, it's like, well, I think we probably should, instead of it's time we redo this section, we're gonna do this section this year, we're gonna do this section next year, sort of thing. Anyway, sorry. So the carpet amount there, it's beyond the threshold with which I am able to approve. We did have another quote, but it was like $11,000 higher than this, so I didn't even bother including it. And it was for the exact same product, the exact same work, but $11,000 higher. So I didn't even bother with it.
All right, well, I'll make a motion to approve the carpet of $26,018.79.
I will second that motion.
Okay, we have a
Hold
motion.
on, do you have a question?
Who's the vendor on that?
Tri-County.
Thank you.
You'll have to stand up. I didn't even see that. Okay.
It
Any
was
other
Davidic and
questions?
Fields, right?
Yes.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Davidic.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay, July board meeting date, we're looking at moving that because of our local Greene County Fair. So is anybody or everybody available on July 17th? That is what used to be the normal day, the third Wednesday of the month. Going once, going twice? Okay, would anybody want to make a motion to move our July meeting to July 17th? Same time, same place.
I move that we move our July meeting to July 17th at 5:15.
I will second that motion. Okay. Motion and a second, please call roll.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Davidic. Aye. Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
First reading of board policy 505.1. This is truly just changing trimester to semester to line up with the new high school schedule.
I will make a motion to approve the first reading of board policy 505.1.
I'll second that.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rick Hagan.
Aye.
Davidic.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay, first reading of board policy 505.5.
There's that one quick change we do need to make on for letter P there, where it does say additional trimesters. It should say either one would be either additional semesters of physical education, or it can just say additional physical education courses taken. So in 4P there, we need to strike out trimesters. So since this is a first reading, we're okay, but
Correct that.
that is the one. Cindy had a question earlier too. On page 2, there's a strikeout where it says 8th grade students failing more than one core class. We've referred to it for possible placement in 9th grade IJAG. So this wasn't an indication that we don't have 9th grade IJAG. After much searching, we finally do have somebody for that. IJAG was able to find somebody for us, and also Mrs. Shannon did one heck of a job recruiting and hiring and searching and anyway, so the reason why that struck out is because IJAG is not supposed to be just for those kids who are struggling or failing or way below grade level, or maybe they're not on the path to righteousness, so to speak. But it's really meant to kind of encompass all kids. And so that was struck out because it's unnecessary language. IJAG really can be and is for everyone. It's not just for at-risk. Although we do pay for it for at-risk with at-risk dollars, it does serve at-risk kids. However, that is not the primary focus of IJAG. So that's why that was struck out. I call 1-800 Karen Sandberg for that one. For the reminder. Other than that, everything else is a reflection of the transition to semesters. We did want to wait, obviously, once we've made the decision to move to semesters, to kind of push this policy towards the end, just in case somebody decided oh, wait, you just approved a reduction in, yes, there's a reduction in credits just because of available.
Not so they can graduate even.
Not,
Yeah.
yep. So we
They've
didn't have somebody say,
graduated.
oh, I already got 46 or 47 credits and
See yes.
peace out third trimester.
Yeah.
So we shifted that around. So, but it is a reflection based on the way the math lines up. So we actually will require 2 less credits, but it aligns with the math based on students in the classes they enroll.
I will make a motion to approve the first reading of board policy 505.5.
I'll second it.
Boyd,
Aye.
great, it was Fields.
Fields and everything.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields. Aye. Dominic. Aye. Silva.
Aye. Okay, the next one is, now this is just our regular board policy review, 702 through 705.4. And mine is not loading.
It's a lot about our instructional operations and procurement policies and.
That's what I was wanting to.
First change on that.
Going
Yep,
there.
so,
Mailing
the budget planning, the 703.1, I completely struck it and changed and put all the language that was in there with IASB. And the reason for that was there was so much change from legislation about, our first property tax hearing and the second property tax hearing, and none of that was in our old policy. So it's just updating it to make sure that the dates were consistent with and now our practices, the proposed property tax. I'll use the words yada, 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 because there's a lot of stuff in there, but yeah, that's just the second one.
Well, this is from our website without the changes. I'm just picking.
Was there another change in here?
Struck that one line.
704.2A. Is that the one you're thinking?
Yep.
Yeah.
No changes were made to this today.
Oh, no.
Okay. Any questions? For Connie or Brett?
I will make a motion to approve board policy 702 to 705.4.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields. Aye. Dominic. Aye. Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
Being no other business, meeting adjourned. Woo, 5:51. That, Kelly Brulett, 2 girls are home from their family vacation in Minnesota. So taking her to school.